want to tell you a quick story, but before I do, I want to say this. Why would anyone want to be a chiropractor? Seriously, think about it. When we get out of school, we've got the same debt as a medical doctor. In most cases, we've only got about a tenth of the earning potential, though. Insurance companies, sometimes they treat us differently, and it can be hard to get reimbursed for the work that we perform, even though our charges are really fractions of the charges that you'll see in the medical and physical therapy field. Honestly, why would someone intentionally sign up for that special kind of treatment? Of course, it's on a whole different level here, but in a small way, I can relate it to maybe like the followers of Jesus. So, stay with me here. What I'm saying is, why would the disciples spread the gospel to all corners when they know they're going to be beaten and they're going to be murdered? I and many other people, we'd say that, well, they probably witnessed or experienced something that was powerful enough to move them and transform them into being a doer or a messenger of sorts. Obviously, we're speaking in a non-religious and a much lesser context here, but much in the same way, I was moved to become a chiropractor by an experience, by what I considered a powerful experience. I was moved to become a doer and become active by something that happened to me personally. So I'm going to go into that story real quick. So there I was a freshman in high school, and I was on a skiing trip. And I was an athlete. I was really active in sports at Perryton High School. Go Big Red. So we skied all day, and we hit a jump at the bottom of the hill each time we came down. And as it usually happens, it was on the last run of the day. I hit the jump wrong, and somehow I landed right on top of my head. And I immediately couldn't move my head. But it didn't really say anything to anybody. I thought it'd get better on its own because all my other injuries had, but it didn't. When I got back home to Perryton, I told my mom what happened, and so she made an appointment to go to our medical doctor. That's what we did. So no x-rays, no nothing. He gave me some pills and sent me home. After it didn't go away, we went to an osteopathic doctor because you think, well, they're more versed in bones and they think of things in a musculoskeletal way, but no, same result, no x-rays, no nothing. So fast forward several months now, I'm in consistent pain and discomfort. So my mom suggested, well, hey, maybe a chiropractor might help. But I didn't have a clue what a chiropractor was or what they did, but I can tell you it didn't matter because I was desperate. So we finally went to the chiropractor, and he actually shot my first set of x-rays for this injury. And he noticed there was a slight compression fracture in one of the vertebrae in my neck. So then he suggested that now it's stable, so let's do adjustments about 3 times a week for a couple of weeks, and let's just see how it goes. So I'm here to tell you, I'm here to be a witness that after months of misery, that chiropractor had me out of pain in 2 weeks, to the extent that I promise you'd have never known I was ever hurt in the first place. Not only was I able to go back to athletics, I was able to get back into my life, and that's huge for a teenager, especially a small town teenager. So when I tell people that pain can change people, I mean it. I've been there. It'll change your whole attitude. It'll change your whole outlook on your day, your week, your whole life if it hangs on and persists. Now the good news here is that chiropractic can change pain. So pain can change a person, but chiropractic can change pain. And I'm living proof of this. Most things in life usually come down to the choices we make. And I know for a fact that chiropractic can change lives. I've seen it. I've lived it. I'll let you in on a secret. Here's the thing that keeps me up at night. There's enough misinformation about chiropractors and what we do that there are people living in my city right now that are anguished, that are in constant and consistent misery. They've removed themselves from life, and they've stopped even trying to enjoy their friends and family, all because of pain that they are in. There are people in my city that are getting addicted to opioids because they don't know what else to do to get rid of their pain. There are people in my city that had one bad experience with a chiropractor, so now they're afraid of all chiropractors, and they live in agony thinking that all chiropractors are the same and that nobody can help them. We've had patients that have had lifelong migraines, patients that often found themselves with the lights off in the bathroom floor throwing up. We've seen them completely recover in just a few weeks usually. I've seen patients come in on a walker under the impression that they would never work another day in their lives. I've seen that person come in smiling and laughing and talking about a new job they just got. I've seen just about everything there is to see in my business over the years. But the most important thing I've seen is the power of chiropractic care. The power of touch, the power of mobilization, the power of therapy, the power of physical rehabilitation, the power of relationships, and the power of healing. It's remarkable. While it's true, we can't help every single person that walks through our doors, but it's absolutely true that 80 to 90% of people who seek chiropractic care report that it was helpful and it made a difference for them. And it makes sense. Dr. Lee Green, a medical doctor from the University of Michigan, he's quoted as saying that spinal pain is typically mechanical pain in nature. And it makes sense that a mechanical pain will respond better to a mechanical treatment rather than a chemical one. Now think about that. If the frame is not functioning ideally, then it makes sense that everything attached to the frame is not going to function ideally. If you don't know about chiropractic, if you don't know about Creekstone, but you've gone just about as far as you can go, come in and speak with us. It won't cost you a dime. I don't care if it's headaches or migraines. I don't care if it's neck or back pain, and I don't care if you've been diagnosed with herniated discs and have pain running into your leg. I've seen all of that improve. Just tell me what's going on, and I'll tell you if I think that we can help you. It's really that simple.